Today I have put on some of my favourite things that I've picked out from the spring collections. Because I did a little bit of a mad tidy of my beauty room, I seem to have a lot of things missing. So yes, these are just my kind of ultimate favourites, but there are loads more things that I've been using over the spring and that I shall use towards the summer. So first of all, on my nails I have got Emprise from Chanel, which looks like this. It's very, very pale peachy pink. And then on my skin, normally by this time I'd have moved on to some kind of tinted moisturiser or something a lot sheerer than a foundation, but because again the weather hasn't been great and also my little acne catastrophe last year, I've got quite a few little marks left, so I still don't feel as though I can go very sheer on my skin. I've used Dior Skin Forever foundation in shade 020, which you've seen me use before loads of times. And I just think it's a very, very beautiful finish on this, very perfect finish. And it's kind of a velvet finish. It's not dewy, it's not matte, it's just very flawless. So that's what I've used, and I've buffed that in using an Urban Decay foundation brush, which looks like this. Optical blurring. And I do think that it's very, very good. It's very sturdy, very good quality, and very kind of stiff, so you can really kind of push that makeup in. Now into that base I've buffed a cream blush. You've probably seen me use my Chanel bronzing makeup base before. This is slightly different because it is like a kind of glossier finish little blush rather than anything that is supposed to be part of your base, but I find that it just gives a really subtle contoured effect if I buff it in underneath the cheekbone, and I really like this colour. This is called Soft Copper. Obviously you can go heavier with that, but I wanted to show you something else as well, which is a very similar shade, so I didn't go too heavy with that and I put this over the top, which is YSL Creme de Blush. I'll just show you how that looks when it goes on. It's just so light, really easy to blend out, and gives a gorgeous flush of colour. So that's a kind of a peachier tone, and the shade 9 that I used in my, I think it was in my Flawless Base video, that is very almost neon pink. So that's one that you could use pretty much all year round, and it would suit loads of different skin tones, that one. Now in terms of eyes, I want to give a special mention to this Dr. Hauschka trio. I've just opened it and it's quite hard to open and put my nail into that shadow, which is really annoying. I hate it when that happens. But this is a really good little trio because that's very, very dark, very pigmented, and then you've got these kind of pearlier, lighter shades, and I think for a springtime eye, they look really, really beautiful. So that's a good one to look out for. I love their new rose packaging, although that's covered in fingerprints now. But my favourite thing of the season, just for the packaging alone, is probably this bow tie, which has got dirty and I love it so much, bow tie palette from Dior. You've probably seen this. It's very expensive. I think it's about £60. But it's such a gorgeous collector's item. If I open that up there, you can see inside you've got 3 shadows there, and then an eyeliner, which is like a gel liner. And then in this little flippy door, which is so clever because it means you don't get the powder into the lip gloss, you've got a really pretty peachy coloured lip gloss. So I just love that. I think that if you're looking for a little treat, or quite a big treat, it's got a very kind of big handy mirror there. I have used this shell pink all over my lid, or kind of concentrated towards the inner corner actually, just to kind of lift my lids because they look a little bit tired, and I am a bit tired at the moment, so it just gives it this nice perky sheen. And then I don't tend to use very many cool toned eyeshadows, but I really, really do like a little bit of grey, and I also think that it fits quite nicely with the weather that we've been having because it's been quite grey and rainy. So I've used the grey towards the outer corners of the eyes, and then I've used the very, very dark grey, which has got more of a brown tone to it really, just for a bit of shading and contour towards the crease in the outer corner of the eye, and buffed that in as well. I've used a little bit of that underneath too, but didn't want to go too heavy with any kind of liner or anything like that. And then I finished off the eyes with a mascara that comes out at the end of May, but I thought I'd give you a little bit of a preview because I really, really like it. This is the YSL Babydoll Mascara, and I've used it in blue If you like the false lash effect mascara from YSL, you'll love this too. But this one has got a really nice kind of separating effect on the lashes. I think it's because of the way that the comb, the wand, has been made. But again, I love all these really kind of flexible end wands like this. So they're quite brittle, but very flexible. So I find them very easy to use. This is a very similar kind of feel to the false lash effect L'Oreal telescopic one. And then on my lips, I've used my favourite lip gloss of the season, which is the Gloss Protégé Water Lily from Clarins. Looks like this. And again, really like the applicator on this. It's got a doe foot applicator, but it's very flexible as well. So it's almost like using a brush, but you get the nice soft effect of the foam applicator as well. And just a really nice kind of way to perfect the lips if they're feeling a little bit chapped and you can't wear a normal lipstick because you don't want to do all the prep that goes with it. My phone has gone off about 70 million times while I've been filming this, so sorry about that if it's a little bit disjointed. So that's my little roundup of spring things that I really like. As I said, there are loads more that I've been using over the springtime. Oh, I forgot to tell you that before I put my foundation on, I used this moisturiser from Kiko. Now, Kiko is a new brand to me. I've only just discovered them. And I really like what I see. It's very affordable. If you live in Italy, then you'll know all about them because these Kiko shops are everywhere. But they've just come to the UK and they're opening a new store on Regent Street, I think, in the summer. Anyway, this is part of the spring collection. It's Skin Glow. And it's just a really nice light moisturiser stroke primer. It's not like super sparkly or anything like that. It just gives a nice sheen. And it's very affordable, so I thought that was worth popping in, even though I've only just discovered it. So there we go, very kind of pink and grey. Hope you enjoyed that, and I shall see you in the next video.